in just a few seconds. Yes, we are live now.
From MBBS to modeling to winning our hearts in Satyamev Jayate, Aditi Sanwal has been juggling in all spheres with grace and confidence that she embodies. The vivacious and bold actress has marked a rare feat in the film industry, something that people can only dream. Achieving sky-touching success at such a young age, Aditi stays true to her roots, which is evident in the way she interacts with her fans and friends, making her an unforgettable personality. The Literary Circle is delighted to have Aditi Sanwal with us for StarTalk 2022. We welcome you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ma'am, so the first question we have for you is, it's quite rare to find doctors breaking out of the convention and pursuing what they love. So how exhilarating or scary was it for you?
Well, it was kind of a mixture of everything. Of course, it is very scary when you actually go and do it. I mean, you don't, as a girl from a small town, you don't really know what to do exactly, and nobody's been in this business before. So, no guidance or anything. It's just a sheer dream and literally just the passion, which was like, okay, maybe let me just try, maybe let's see what happens. And that is how it was. It was, I call it rather magical because even I don't know how it happened. It was just like, so that.
Yes, ma'am. Like you spoke about how magical it was, and it was just a leap of faith and almost a do or die situation. So, what was your source of faith in this entire journey? And how can one revive it when everything fails?
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, it was not entirely a leap of faith. I did prepare for it a lot, and that's actually extremely important. So when I was in Bangalore, I was studying MBBS. That was the time when I understood that I want to do, I mean, I want to take up acting as a profession. I love it so much. So I couldn't just the other next day just travel to Bombay and start. No, I had to prepare myself, first of all, mentally to be going into a world which is extremely alien and very not very, I'd say, fondly spoken about in terms of how dangerous it is or not. And then I went on to do my actual prep. That is, I started doing theater. I actually joined acting classes in Bangalore, and after that, I started doing theater there. And then I started doing ads, and that's how step by step, while I was doing my college, I started doing acting professionally. So I'm not a fan of just go with it sort of a thing. No, I prepare for things, and I prepared for my arrival in Bombay by whatever, however, in baby steps I could in Bangalore. So this is mind wise a very big leap of faith, because I was studying medicine and all of a sudden just turning and I was very clear that I wanted to finish my degree. So yeah, that was the time when I really did work a lot. And that is one part. The next part is failure is like a second name to this industry. Literally, this industry has makes you see failure every single hour. If I'm not, I mean, if I'm a little exaggerating, but yeah, it is that common. So, what keeps you going is your passion. I mean, it comes from within. So, I would tell everybody that don't just just be yourself and go with it. If you start overthinking about it, if you start over analyzing everything, then nothing will fall in place. If you this is a dream industry, is because you have to keep faith in your dream and move forward, but with preparation and with planning and some sort of, I would say, substance in it, and not just like walking. Test yourself first, see if you fit in, and see if you this is what you really like, because it's just not about acting, it's about every other aspect that comes with it. That is rejection, constant learning, constant training, and a lot of efforts. So yeah, all of that.
Definitely, ma'am. And ma'am, you definitely come across as someone who prepares a lot before doing anything. But and everything in your life is kind of an articulated step. But there must be something that acted as a turning point in your life. So, what was that turning point in your trajectory throughout your career?
Turning point or not, I don't know. And I remember the moment I decided I want to pursue acting. That I don't know if it's a turning point per se, but I was giving my second year final exams, and it was pharmacology paper two, and people from the medical fraternity would know how much we have to study second year. So the books are also huge, and there are four subjects, and I was giving my main exams, my main theory exams in December, and I was like, I saw a post on Facebook about somebody needing some face which is very real looking. They wanted for some ad or something, and I just couldn't take my mind off that. And I said, maybe a wild chance that what if they call back? Let me just put my name in it. And I was like, no, what are you thinking? You don't even have time to breathe or eat properly. Your exams are going on. Medical exams, by the way, are like that, and I'm sure your exams too. But medical exams a little too much. So, but then I couldn't keep my mind off that. So the next day when I gave my exam, I came back and I said, I had a day's gap. I said, just, you know, just forget everything. Just put your name. That's it. Anyway, they're not going to call back. Why don't you just put your name? So I put my name. And then after few days, they called back. And it didn't work out or anything, pretty obviously, if I share like a normal picture of mine, and I wasn't groomed at all, and we looked like 14, 15-year old unpolished teenagers. But still, it gave me a sort of stepping stone to go to work. It is rather funny that I went to a career counselor after joining medical. People over there were like, what, are you a student already in medicine and you're coming now to a medical sorry, to a career counsel? I was like, yeah, I'm just and then it just kept on rapidly moving forward.
Yes.
Definitely, ma'am. Like it's always said that you miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take. So we are rather glad as your fans that you took the opportunity and you're here because of that.
Yeah, and like oftentimes science students tend to give up their love for art so that they can have this steady career that they have already set their foot on. So a few years down the line, their work becomes rustic too. So what would be your advice to such people in order to maintain doing what they love doing amidst all the obligations that they have?
Well, first of all, science is a very difficult stream for sure. Not saying the others are not, but obviously science needs a lot of dedication in whatever field it is, whatever field of science it is. So yes, people ought to forget or probably not give so much importance to the other creative side of theirs. But I would say that, there should be something which should break the monotony, which should sort of bring like a zing to you, some X factor, something जो आप काम कर रहे हो तो बहुत सारे लोग कर रहे हैं, and I'm sure you must be doing very very well, and you must be putting a lot of hard work, but maybe that extra edge, especially like I'll tell you, like my brother is in IIT and he constantly tries to get into some club or the other, because those things also add to your resume. Those things also shape you as a person. Most importantly, teach you so many things such as group work and a lot of things like confidence on stage and interaction with people and a lot of stuff depending on what you do, or maybe express yourself in terms of art or whatever. But it's very easy for me to say. I do understand it's really hard. Like I studied in Kota for my pre-med, and I was such a good dancer back then in school till my 10th standard. 11th 12th ke baad mein I lost it because I couldn't. I was studying the entire time. So yes, I did lose myself in that. I mean, few art forms or few of my things over there. So I do understand it's very important. A balance is maybe like a 90 and 10% balance will make you happy as a person also and will groom you too.
Definitely, ma'am. And even in our college, as literary circle, we try to promote creativity as much as we can in an engineering college. So we definitely agree with what you have said. Now, along those lines, being an outsider yourself, it must have been very difficult to get the roles and to audition every now and then. So, how did you maintain your calm while giving the auditions? Because definitely you had to go through multiple auditions, and you have to wait patiently for all the projects. And what advice will you give to budding actors regarding the same?
I've always believed and I've seen in myself that passion is what that drives me. I otherwise I'm not a very patient person, but here somehow I have shown quite a lot of patience. I actually astonish myself quite a lot at a lot of times in this industry is probably because what you really want to do, like you badly really want to do, then you outdo yourself and even you discover a lot of stuff about your own qualities. So still it is very hard. I mean, till date, I my just in the afternoon, my friend was like, you are so persistent. Even today, I in a day, it's not a big deal for me to give like 4, 5 auditions. I mean, I do that, and they say that you're very lucky to get so many auditions. It's not like that. I mean, you don't get everything so easily. Except for few people, even they don't get it easily, but still they have more opportunities than others, and probably a lot of luck also is involved. But if you constantly work hard and you hone your skills and you make yourself better, make yourself better in terms of unfortunately groom yourself. But by grooming, I don't want to implement that looking good is something important, but looking presentable definitely is, which I actually didn't in the first few months, and then I realized that okay, makeup karke hi jana hai audition mein. Don't be a fool and just go without makeup. I used to. I was a kid. How would I know? So there's so many things I'm still learning, and obviously I'll continue to learn. And there are two world apart. Auditioning world is different. When you go on a set, it's something different. This industry and this world is too huge to be put in a line or a, I'd say, book or something. It's just your own experience, and you just have to keep going. It's from inside you.
Yes, ma'am. And the perseverance that you spoke about, like it wasn't opportunities coming to you, it was you working hard for them. So while you were working for your medical entrance test in Kota, I'm sure that when we start our preparation journeys, it's not us, it's our families too. So after working so hard for medical, after almost pursuing a career, and then changing your stream to modeling, how did your family and the society react to it, and how did you overcome it?
In the beginning, for any family, it's a shock. For me only, it was a shock, let alone them. Obviously, if my child says that, I'll also go. I mean, I don't know what I'll. I mean, I do understand that it is very, very hard to accept things like these. But my family is very supportive as of now. As of now means bad maybe, but up to it's all very good. My mother supported me from the very beginning because she understood that I wanted to do this from maybe when I was 2 years old. I just didn't realize it. So the first step was to make myself realize that I can do this and I want to do this. And then taking steps in Bangalore itself, as I told you, that I had something to say that see, I'm doing theater here, and just I mean I am working towards it. Why don't you just put in a little faith in me and try to just believe me and let's see where this goes. So then it was obviously hard for my family, but then with time, now they obviously are very good critiques of my work, and but they're very supportive in general also. I think they're very modern and very maybe they're highly educated, that might cause a different thing in thinking maybe. And apart from that, the society is rather, they praise also and otherwise also. Quite recently my mother was in a gathering and somebody said आपको डर नहीं लगता उसके लिए. So my mother was like, no, मुझे डर नहीं लगता. She actually communicates a lot. I mean, I speak to my family a lot, and whatever is happening, I keep them in the loop so that they don't find anything shocking or whatever. I just tell them the procedure. So they were like, okay, what if this doesn't work out? So my mom was like, but she should have a fair chance. It might not work out, but so as other things. What if she was a doctor and she wouldn't do well there? I mean, of course, the chances are less because that's like a definite feel, and this is something very abstract. But still, so if they support me that way, I keep on going. So yeah, and the more work I do, obviously, the more confident they become. I should actually really thank them for being such lovely set of parents and people. It's extremely it's so nice to know that somebody, you have a backing, you have somebody who, no matter what will happen, they are there for you. That's a beautiful feeling.
Definitely, man. To have someone to be there through your thick and thin and ups and downs is really great. Ma'am, you have already assumed a lot of roles in your real life, from being a doctor to modeling to acting. Ma'am, so how do you approach different roles in the industry? Like, what is your thought process whenever you are given a role?
Well, it all depends on the role. I mean, if you're asking me the procedure of how I prepare for a role, it also depends on what kind of project it is. If it's an ad and if they have a workshop or something, I attend that. Otherwise, ads may, there's not much of a load. It's just a day shoot and it's quite chill. If it is a web series, then a lot of things happen from before. There's you get a lot of material to read, you know about your character, you speak to your director, you talk to other people, and a lot of effort is being put in terms of what you want to do. I mean, generally, it's not true with everything, but generally. If you're doing a TV show, then also if you're doing a TV show from the beginning, they'll have meetings and workshops with cast and all that. But I have joined both my shows midway. I mean, they were already on air. Usme to I had gotten no time to prepare. I just auditioned today and I was on set day after tomorrow. It was literally like that. So on set only I learned whatever I had tried to grasp very fast or whatever I could understand. And obviously, thoda, I wouldn't say pressure hota, but it is a little, you have to be on watch that, because a few things should not go bad, or you are the weak link right now. Wouldn't say weak link per se, but you're the newest link there. So you need to work harder so that you achieve the stage at whatever everybody is, and then it goes smoothly.
So, ma'am, what is the extra effort that you put in? Like, since you spoke about how you're new there, so you need to travel that extra mile. So, what is that one thing that you do which is different from the rest of the people working on the same project?
Well, one thing I wouldn't say that it's different or not, but I do observe what a lot from whatever my character has to be. For example, if I'm playing like like a South Delhi girl, so I would try to find different people, or if people are not available on YouTube or whatever, characters which, although I do not like to see characters which have done that, but agar aur koi reference point nahi hota, so I watch that and I try to pick up characteristics and I try to put them. I try to be as normal and as natural as possible. Like somebody should see me and be like, "Arey, हाँ, हम इसको ऐसा जानते हैं." She's also like that. So I try to do that, which actually I learned in theater, that observe traits from other people and put it in your character so it becomes unique and it also becomes very relatable. So I tried to do that. Apart from that, also then, I was auditioning for a part which was a psycho. I didn't get it, but I'm very happy about my audition because in the beginning I wasn't getting it. I was not doing it quite right. But then I said, okay, give me some time. I studied the character for 2 days. I watched different clips of here and there, people performing, and real videos and real disturbing videos also. And then when I auditioned for it, the person said, "You've done so well." I didn't get it as a different thing, but I did it. I'm very happy about it.
That's great, man. And we feel that the thing that you're doing, that's like what takes you an extra mile. beyond others.
Hopefully.
Ma'am, you have always been, ma'am, you have always been vocal about casting couch. What is your advice regarding the same to our audience?
Well, there's two
You want to
advice.
question?
I'd say another thing. Vocal now, whatever articles have been there, that have been blown out of proportion, quite honestly. The truth is that I didn't really, I said it, but I didn't say it in this way. What happened was somebody asked me, the journalist asked me that, are you aware that this industry has this? And do you think it is there? And has it ever happened to you? I very casually said, yeah, I'm aware it is there. And yeah, it happens. I didn't, I mean, it was literally blown out of proportion. I wasn't like, I got a call and somebody asked me to marry me and all that didn't happen. I can't say that that article is wrong because I did agree to it, but I did not say it in such gravity as how they've written it. But okay, I wouldn't say that they've written wrong also. There is, of course, but I feel that a lot of people who are not that, I don't know what, educated, or maybe don't have the right mentality, and I don't know, maybe a low set of, by low I mean they don't have high morals, whatever it is. They sort of say things like that. Otherwise, अब तो काफी मैंने मतलब अब बहुत दिन से काफी कम सुना है. But yeah, there is a friend for sure who told me that a very famous personality called him and was offering something like that. So it's not like it's not there. It is for sure there. With me, nothing major has happened, but I'm very well aware that it's there. One thing is this. Now the advice is that you shouldn't fall prey to things like these. Yeah, come on, maybe it'll make your career, but a person like me, I don't think I can live with that. And my life and my pride is not worth all these things. Even my career, okay, my pride, and more than pride is the wrong word, my self-respect is way more um, precious than things like these, getting work with such trivial manners. So if it's your destiny, you will ultimately anyway get it. Or if it's your destiny, even after doing things like these, you will fail. So I don't think youngsters should fall prey. And a lot of them are naive. They don't really know the truth and they think that maybe this is how they can get in. So trust me, somebody selling their work for things like these, they are not true to their work. So don't fall prey to things like these.
Yes, ma'am. Like, I'm sure that the audience got a very important advice, and especially one who are to start their journey in this field. Ma'am, we all know that you have worked in films like Satyamev Jayate and also in the show Kasauti Zindagi Ki. So can you share some inside stories working on the sets of Satyamev Jayate?
Well, I actually didn't. I mean, that was my first film, and I had come in 2018. I mean, I was doing my internship, and I used to, on and off be in Bombay. So that was very random. I mean, I just went on the set, and they were like, "Do a scene," and that's what happened. So I don't have any memories for it because it was just a small scene, and it actually got edited out. So I don't even credit that in my work list. Like if you ask me what all work you've done, I would never mention Satyamev Jayate because it was hardly anything. I mean, it got edited, so I would not mention anything about that. I was just lucky that I got a opportunity to be on set like that. In fact, I do remember that Dilbar गाना shoot हो रहा था, and I was like, इतना पुराना गाना they've taken, and now look, the song has come out beautifully. So that is there. About Kasauti, I can tell you. Kasauti mein we were playing the younger lot. So me and my co-actors would jam during our free time between the scenes. One of my friend would get his guitar and we sing horribly, but we would still sing and scream in our vanities, and we would not rest. We had a vanity and we would just call everybody there and we'd just sit and chill, and we would not sleep and take rest, and that was probably not advisable, but we really had a ball. We had so much fun.
Yes, ma'am. The audience, we generally see stars through this rose tinted glass, and we think that they do everything differently than what we do. But knowing that you jam with your friends in the free time, something that we as like normal students do the same. It's very relatable, and I'm glad you shared that with our audience.
Definitely.
Yes,
It's very fun.
ma'am, you
The videos, they're so bad. But our fans were so cute. We would put them up on stories, and the fans are so sweet. They'll be like, "Oh, they're so nice and they sing so well," and we sang horribly. We're so sorry towards the audience. Sorry, what we sing?
yes, ma'am. No matter the whatever ways, no, ma'am, no, it's fine, ma'am. No matter the any you still love you. We still love the fact that you're sharing a part of your life, a part of your journey with us. Um, Ma'am, I'd like to ask that you, like your entire life experience is kind of very enthralling and very interesting to hear. So, out of your life, what is the last, like, final message you would like to give to our audience
I could
out of
definitely
throughout your
vouch by the
experience?
fact that if I can do it, then anybody can do it. I am still if I don't get something and or whatever it is, I tell myself that I was there in med school or I was just this girl in Jhansi and I'm here right now. So that's such a different world. So if this can happen, even greater things can happen. Anything can happen in life. So just believe and go for it. If you aim for diamond and if you end up doing platinum or gold, even that's good. So aim for diamond, but just go for it. Believe in yourself. Don't think that ये नहीं हो सकता वो सब हो सकता है. You just any random thing can happen, but you have to work hard. It won't just very few people are that lucky that everything will work for them in their favor and very easily. And it's fine, it's everybody's destiny. Maybe you don't achieve whatever you wanted to, but whatever you are destined to, you will definitely. So that is why work hard for what you want, work smart rather than just hard, and just go for it.
Yes, ma'am. I absolutely agree. And to comprehend, I think the beginning, the start of something it's the most difficult and the most important step, be it any part of life. So uh, yeah. Now with this, we come to the end of an incredible conversation, and with the creative and the most talented Aditi Sanwal. We hope the audience is now inspired to pursue their dreams, no matter what stands in front of them. In the end, it is the creativity that ignites the soul of humanity. And we are sure Aditi ignited yours. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. It was great having you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll see you again. Bye.